Hi, I'm JJ Rossman. I'm a 7th grade civics teacher at Oak Creek Charter School, and I want to thank Bonita Springs City Hall for inviting our class here today to see some of the things we've talked about in our classroom play out in real life. Thanks.
Well, good morning, guys. Oh, come on. Good morning, guys. Well, we're very happy to see you here today. We're excited to show you about the city in which you live and you go to school in, and to give you more information about your community and all the different jobs and opportunities there are within the city, and just the day-to-day operations of what it is like to be within the city of Bonita Springs. My name is Arlene Hunter, and I'm the city manager. And what we're going to do today is you're going to get an opportunity to hear a little bit from all of our employees here and give you a little bit of their background, how they came into the position they are in today, a little bit of their education, and then tell you about a little bit of what they do day to day. I am the city manager, and I started with the city 20 years ago. When I started with the city, I was the special events and park coordinator. So has anyone been to the 4th of July at Riverside Park or Celebrate Bonita, Holiday in the Park? Some of you might have even performed on stage at some of those things. That's my first position, and we were working on revitalizing the downtown. From there, I got to become the Director of Development Services. So I worked on encouraging businesses to stay in the city, recruit employees in an economic downturn time. And from there, then I got to be Assistant City Manager and work my way up to City Manager. I grew up on Sanibel, and I went to school in Fort Myers. And then I went to Florida State University, where I got my master's degree in urban and regional planning. So I worked for the state for a little while, and then the city of Quincy. So each of those things kind of gave me a little bit more experience and background into what I do today. If you ask me what I did every day, I do have a plan, but sometimes it doesn't end up the way the plan works. Sometimes the weather changes, and we prepare for a storm, and we coordinate with all of these folks over here to make sure everybody's safe, and if they have to evacuate, and if we have to take city resources and make sure that they're protected. Some days we come in and a council person has a new idea or desire of something that's coming up quickly, and we work on researching it and getting that information and preparing it for them so they can get a vote of the council. We are government light, so you're going to hear from each of these folks. We don't have our own police department. We work with the Lee County Sheriff's Office, and we don't have our own fire department. There's fire commissioners, they're elected. And you'll also hear from the city clerk, and you'll be able to recognize where you live and see what district you are and which representative you have. So we have a mayor, which is elected at large, and then we have 6 city council members that live within their district. So with that, I'm going to start handing the microphone on. You guys can ask questions as you like, and then we'll get a chance to get a background from each of these folks so you get more information. We're here from Community Development first.
How are y'all doing this morning? My name's Jay Sweet. I work in community development. I'm a licensed land surveyor. I'm also a certified planner, and I also have a couple other certifications that would just bore you. But what we do is we do planning, building, and zoning. So if your house had to get built, a building permit was needed, it was inspected to make sure it would be safe. If you see all the new development that goes on, shopping centers, roads, we do that. What's interesting in my background, my degree is a liberal arts degree, which hardly anybody does anymore. So it's more of a general degree, but I came up through a mentorship program in land surveying, and then switched to engineering, and then switched to planning, and so I have this very diverse background. What I will say too, and I say this to people all the time, I know that most of you are bilingual. Well, I only speak English, but I also speak architecture, I speak planning, I speak engineering, I speak land surveying, and believe it or not, those are like different languages. You talk to somebody, you say one, and depending who they are, they think you're talking about something else. So communication is a very important aspect of what we do. And as we go through, we'll show you more of what we do, and I'll pass it on.
Thank you, Jay. So my name's Greg DeWitt. I'm your fire chief here in Bonita Springs. As Arlene said, the city itself doesn't have its own fire department. It's not under the umbrella of the city itself or the elected officials up here. We're fortunate enough to have our own board of directors that is elected at large throughout the community of Bonita Springs. The fire department itself covers 72 square miles. To the north where Angelina's is, to the south where the county line is. We go out to the Gulf of Mexico and then some, and then we go to the east all the way to Collier County. So we cover quite a bit. I'm responsible for 7 different stations. We got about 125 employees that 32 personnel are on a day to make Bonita safe, to respond to calls. And when we talk about calls, we run anything, you name it. Yes, cats in trees. We run heart attacks. We run vehicle accidents, fires, brush fires, you name it. I would challenge you to come up with a emergency and that we either haven't ran or we haven't trained on running. That's anything from, like we said, cats in trees, birds in trees, to anything. My background is I grew up here. I grew up on Fort Myers Beach, graduated high school at Cypress Lake High School, went on to what was Edison Community College and got my associate degree. Now I have my bachelor's degree. I got hired as a volunteer at Bonita Springs Fire Department. I started there, yes, a little bit longer ago, 30 plus years I've been doing this. But it started out as a volunteer, became a firefighter, then lieutenant, then acting battalion chief, and then somebody talked me into coming into administration in 2012. So I've been in administration since 2012, and now I'm your fire chief since 2020 when the world changed a little bit with COVID and a couple hurricanes, 3 hurricanes. We've had to do that. The one thing I am proud about the community of Bonita Springs is the partnership we have with Lee County SO, with the city of Bonita Springs. When those hurricanes came through, whether it was Hurricane Irma back in 2016-17, then we had Hurricane Ian and Milton, Helene. Every one of those hurricanes that we had, the city and Lee County SO was at our fire station. We were there, and when things were going on, Laura Taylor, the communications director, was putting out emails, texts, and Facebook posts to keep everybody safe and everybody informed. So, that's something I'm very proud of. Even though we're not under the umbrella of the city itself, we're still a major partner in what they do and how we react to what they talk about. Like Arlene said, we all have a plan of what we hope to accomplish. But again, whether it's a rollover out on the interstate like yesterday with a dump truck full of gravel, that changed my day. Now we've got to get a hold of emergency management to get it clean so traffic's not in gridlock. Or if something happens with Lee County SO, we partner with them. So it's a good partnership, and can't do it without the city and can't do it without neighborhood services, and we help them every day. So I'll turn it over to neighborhood services.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Good morning, students. My name is Paul, and I'm an inspector with Neighborhood Services. Does anybody know what Neighborhood Services do? Any guesses? Nobody? It's my job to ensure that the rules and regulations of the City of Bonita Springs are met on a daily basis. It's also to ensure the safety of residents and guests within the city. About me, I grew up in Ireland. I went to high school there. I moved to England, where I served in the British Army. I was a Buckingham Palace Royal Guard, protecting the monarchy. I deployed to Africa, Eastern Europe with the United Nations Healthcare Relief, and to Kosovo with NATO in 1999. Moved to the greatest country in the world, America. Went to college in Pennsylvania, got a degree in criminology and business management. Education is key for me, as it should be for you. For the past 21 years, I worked in law enforcement. I was an officer in Pennsylvania, an officer in Hawaii, and here in Florida. I was a Bonita deputy, a Bonita Springs community policing sergeant, and most importantly, a lieutenant with the Lee County Sheriff's Office in youth services. There I assisted in the daily operations of the school resource program. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Hi, guys. Good morning. How's it going? So far, so good? All right. My name's Jesse. I'm here to represent the Parks Department. So has anybody ever been to one of our parks in Bonita Springs? I hope so. Yeah, some? Does anybody have a favorite park in the city? Anybody? My typical spot where you're going to find me is over at the Bonita Springs Community Pool. If you're familiar with Bonita Springs Middle School over on Terry Street, we're right next door. Has anybody ever been to the pool for a swim? Yeah, couple. So I've been there since 2008. So I've been there for quite a long time. So I was a little bit older than you guys when I was in high school. I joined the swim team, and then I began lifeguarding pretty shortly after. But through teachers, through mentors, through friends and family, I got a little bit more certifications. I got some training. And when I moved down here, lifeguarded for a little while. And then I eventually became a lead lifeguard. And then finally, I'm the pool manager. So it's been a fun little transition into that. But do you know that the city of Bonita has over 20 parks? Did you guys realize that? So we have 20 different parks. Some are really big. Have you ever been to the special events that Laura's team puts on at Riverside Park? So that's one of our parks. So we have the community pool. We have a new skate park that's been brand new, renovated. So has anybody been to that one? Yeah, a couple people. All right. So just a couple things. If you really like the outdoors, obviously, if you really like helping people, if you really like sports, if you really like physical education, anything like that, the Parks Department is great. So we need people to design parks, to build parks, to run them, maintenance, operations. So there's a whole breadth of items in the Parks Department that's really, really fun and neat and to get into. So think about that as you're going through your education. It's something that I found really enjoyable. So thank you, guys. I'll hand it off.
Hello, so I'm Deputy Ramaska. This is Deputy Amendola. A little bit about me. I was born and raised in Chicago. When I was 18, I went to college in Alabama. I went to school there for 4 years. Then I was a cop there for 3 years. And then I moved here to Florida, where I've been on the Lee County Sheriff's Office for almost 4 years. I've been on the SWAT team for 2 years so far. Then I've been in Bonita Community Policing for 2.5 years. So you guys probably have seen us all around. So like they said, Bonita Springs doesn't have their own police department. The Lee County Sheriff's Office supplies Bonita Springs with a couple cops, but then the city pays extra for our unit. So we do everything else that Lee County Sheriff's Office that a normal cop would on top of all the community functions. So any complaints you guys have, traffic or events, it's our unit that goes and takes care of that and provides security and safety for you guys. We go to every single call possible. People call the police for everything, not only just for actual emergencies. It's a fun job. I have a good time doing it. Like they said, a couple of them, we have an idea of what we want to do every day, but it kind of depends on what the residents of Bonita Springs needs us to do. You guys have probably seen us for all the events. You'll see us for the 4th of July that's coming up. I know the city as well as the SO is planning a whole bunch. Do you want to say? No? You guys got any questions about what we do, what you want to know? Any questions? Anything at all?
I'll answer the questions.
You want to answer the questions? Okay.
No
Easy enough.
Man, they got me following the sheriffs. That's not fair. My name's Nick. I'm representing the finance department today. Our main accountant, he's not here, so he got me. A little about me. I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida. On the other coast, I moved to this side for college. I went to Florida Gulf Coast University. I just recently, last year, graduated with my master's in public administration, and I've been working with the city for a little over a year. I'm in the finance department, so I work on the budget. We're in the middle of that right now. It's finance. It's a really important part of government. Every dollar the city spends has to be tracked, and it has to have a valid public purpose. And it's important because it's the taxpayers' money that is funding all of our operations, and it's really important to us not to waste anybody's money. So we work on the budget. We manage all of the grant funding we get from the government, the national government, and the state. And that's how we manage day-to-day operations for the city and fund these big projects that you'll learn about upstairs with Public Works. I'm also part of the tree board, the tree advisory board. I haven't talked about that at one of these yet. That's a really cool part of what I do. I'm the staff liaison for that, which means each committee, there's a few committees that the city has. They're a group of volunteers, almost like the city council, except they're not elected. They meet and talk about important issues that the city has within its area. The tree board is where, I mean, I hadn't really thought about it until I started. You drive by all these trees every day, and you don't realize that if you want to cut down a tree, even in your driveway, you're going to have to go through somebody to do it, because that's a living thing, and it's important for property values. And it was cool to me to see that the government wants to be involved and help with every little thing, even the trees in your driveway that you might want to cut down or you might want to plant. And it's cool to me every time a person wanted to cut down a tree, or a company wanted to cut down a tree when they were building a new property, it was a rule. You have to either plant one tree in its place or multiple trees, because the city of Bonita Springs is a tree city, which means we're recognized as a city with, the number escapes me, but we are a tree city, and that's we're officially recognized as that. So I haven't talked about the committees yet, but that's an important part, and you could volunteer to be on one of those committees and serve the city in other ways. So if you guys don't have any questions, I'll pass it on to the clerk. Okay, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mike Sheffield, and I am the city clerk. And I've been the city clerk for 3 years here in Bonita Springs. I was born in a city way up north near Niagara Falls. Have you ever heard of Niagara Falls? Yep. So, very cold up there, a lot of snow. So I am the city clerk. Every city in the world, every village, every town has a city clerk. And the city clerk plays a very important role in ensuring city government runs smoothly. The city manager, she mentioned we have a mayor and we have 6 council members, and they hold meetings right here twice a month. And those meetings, if you were to attend one of those meetings, you would see me sitting there at the end, and I'm writing. And I'm writing everything that the city council is voting on. And they approve ordinances, which are city laws. They approve resolutions, which are guidance from council, direction from council. And city clerk, I'm writing. So a city clerk, it's very important, has to have excellent listening skills, because I have to listen very clearly to what they're approving. And a city clerk has to have good writing skills, because then I have to write everything down. Now, let's say for a second I didn't have good listening skills. And the city council, they voted to have the 4th of July parade on Sunday. Let's say they voted to have it on Saturday, July the 4th, but I'm not listening. And I accidentally write down Sunday, July the 5th. Now, that's going to be problems, right? People might show up the wrong day. So it's very important. I have to get all the information correct. And the city clerk also has another important role. I've got to notify the public. When we hold city meetings, it's important that everyone who lives in the city is informed of when those meetings are going to be held. Otherwise, they can't attend, right? So those are 2 of my very important roles, but I'm also the elections official for the city. And as the city manager mentioned, the mayor and our council members, they are elected. So if anyone who resides in the city decides they would like to run to be a council member or the mayor, they have to come see the city clerk, and they have to meet certain qualifications. And it's my job to make sure they meet those qualifications. One of those qualifications is if someone wanted to run for mayor, for example, they have to be a legal resident of the city. Could somebody from Fort Myers, who lives in Fort Myers, decide they'd like to run for mayor of Bonita Springs? No. So they have to be a legal resident. They also have to be registered to vote. That's an important criteria, important requirement. And I hope that when you turn 18, that's something you will do, is register to vote. Okay, any questions for me? Okay. Oh, yes. I have. Yes, I have. And so when I'm writing down minutes, and let's say I accidentally wrote that somebody said something that they didn't say, yes, then I have to make it a correction. Sometimes it's on the record. Sometimes it's during a meeting. So I don't do that very often. But yep, sometimes, right? We all make mistakes. Sometimes I get distracted and I don't know, maybe wrote something wrong, but I don't like it when that happens. That's a great question. Any other questions? Do you have a question? Okay. All right.
Hello, my name is Laura Taylor. I'm the Director of Communications and Facilities. My department oversees quite a bit here of different types of jobs. So I have Carissa Manoli, who you'll hear from next. She oversees our special events now. We have Logan Deshawn. He's in the back here, if you'd raise your hand. He oversees our special event permits, as well as our fleet management, and helps with our special events. We are doing some major renovation projects of some of our city facilities and repairs, and we are currently looking at building a brand new public safety facility. How many of you have been to the rec center before? The pool? Do you know where the old library is? Okay, so we're looking at tearing that down and doing a public safety facility there, so that would be something that my team will be working on. We also have the city website, information technology, as well as multimedia. So you see the TV screens and the chambers, all the microphones, that's all done by our team. How many people are interested in information technology? No one? Computers? No? Okay. We also have a mobile app that you can download for free to see about city news. Are you guys on social media or a little young for that? Social media? Okay, what about, is Facebook still cool or no? No, okay. Instagram? Okay, so we do have an Instagram page for our city. You can follow us to see information. Let's see, what else do we have? We have, is it called X now? Am I getting that right? Mm-hmm. X? Okay. Anybody on X? Is that too old for you guys? Okay, so we have an X page that you can follow us on as well to get city information. Also for our department, we work with our media. You guys watch the news with your parents ever? So anything that we need to do to coordinate with the media for our city councilors to get the information out about our city, we will work with the local reporters to do that. And then for our city council meetings, we live stream these meetings so you can pull up the mobile app and watch it from anywhere on your phone. That's something that we will produce as well. And then Channel 98, which is government access. You guys can watch all of the fun programming. You can see programs on our city events on there. I'm sure that you will tune in as soon as you get home to watch those, right? Yeah? Okay. So I like to start with when I was in 7th grade. So when I was in 7th grade, I had a teacher who, back then we didn't have cool phones that recorded. We had these huge camcorders. Have you guys ever seen a camcorder? No? It's like a box. So it's like this huge box with a little video camera on the end. And do you know what a VHS tape is? Okay, good, I'm glad. Okay, so we would record videos for our middle school programming, right, to produce on our TV. Do you guys do morning announcements? Is anybody here on the morning announcements? Anybody hosted the morning announcements? No? Okay. So we did that, and they would take us around. Is someone back there that just don't want to admit it? Okay. Everybody turned to look at you. Are you on the morning announcements? No? Okay, just making sure. But he took us around, and he encouraged us to do that, and that was something that I really got into, and I was right in 7th grade at the time. We went into it in the high school, and then I ended up going to Florida Gulf Coast University. But I do believe that my love of telling stories and narratives started in the 7th grade. So I encourage you to explore anything that you love to do. Talk to your teachers, get involved, because you never know what you're doing right now could play into your futures, like it did mine. So does anybody know what they want to be when they grow up? I'm going to come to you, okay? Just go ahead and pass it around. Let's hear what you want to be.
A model.
Ooh, very nice. Go ahead. If you don't know, it's okay. You can pass it. Yeah. Anybody back here? No? Any of you? You look like you know. Do you know? No. No? You? No? Okay. What about you guys? No? Okay. So I just want to make sure that you guys understand that, the door is completely open for you. Do everything, volunteer, try different things. You're in the time period right now that your future is completely wide open, and you can be anything that you want to be. And now I'm going to introduce one of our FGCU graduates and a member of my team, Carissa Manoli.
Hi everyone, my name's Carissa. I am the Events and Community Relations Manager here at the city. I've been at the city for 5 years. I was originally here as the Community Relations Specialist, and then they promoted me. I'm originally from Washington State, but I moved here in high school. And when I was your age, I really wanted to be a nurse because my mom's a nurse and I wanted to do something just like her. But when I went to college, I realized nursing wasn't for me, but I still wanted to do something that impacted my community. So I saw that you could get a master's in public administration. So I went and I got my undergraduate in political science and then my master's in public administration, concentrating on local government management. When I started working, I was an assistant manager at a thrift store, and then COVID hit and it closed. And so I ended up working for the Department of Children and Families as a cash assistant and refugee assistance processor. That was a really cool experience, but then I got the opportunity to come here and work at the city doing the events. And so now I get to do these amazing events like 4th of July. Has anyone ever been to 4th of July? Okay. Holiday in the Park, and even these government days where I get to see students like you come here and tour City Hall and just get to see what we do in government, in local government. When I was in college, I had a professor tell me and us, all of us students, that a lot of people really focus on federal government when they think about voting and representing their community, but local government is very, very important. Your school board, your council, they all affect how you live every single day. And so people like me and people here today, we get to impact our community with the work that we do and impact your lives. And that is super, super cool. So yeah, I love working for government. And if you are unsure what you want to do at this age, that's totally fine. You have so many years to figure it out, but also consider the field of government. I think that's everyone.
I think that's everyone. One thing we didn't get to touch on today because we have one person out and the other person's out in the field is we do have a public works department. So have you guys seen the bicycle pedestrian trail on Terry Street? That's kind of one of the projects we work on. We also work on drainage, new roads. Shangri-La Road was a new road about 5 to 10 years ago. So we plan out where we can create new bike paths, new roadways, transportation. So we're always looking at making improvements, doing engineering studies to decide where stop signs should go. All of that has to be determined mathematically. We can't just put a stop sign there because they look at the speed limit for the road and the acceleration. So all of those different projects that we look at, we have a whole department that works on that as well. And that's a whole different series of background and education that you can, if you like numbers, like accounting and like our finance department, they have to look at specific information to be able to build those projects as well. So Chris, I think at this point, did you want to do your group picture first? And then, so I think they're going to take a group picture with everybody here, and then we're going to break out and do some tours of City Hall And after that, you guys are going to be able to run a council meeting.
1, 2, 3. Smile.
Stay where you are. Okay. Let's do a few more. There we go. That's it.
And ready, break.
So now we're going to break off into groups to tour. So Logan, you'll take 6. Okay, so 1.
Mr. Let's call this meeting to order. That scared me. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Turn around here and face the flag.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. What do I say? Oh.
Councilor Member District 1.
Say here.
Here. Councilor Member District 2.
Here.
Here. Councilor Member District 3.
Here.
Mayor.
Here.
Councilor Member District 4.
Here.
Councilor Member District 5.
Here.
Councilor Member District 6.
Here.
Good job. Good job. Public comment on the agenda.
We're ready for public comment on agenda items only.
Public comment. So now you're going to write down the name.
Hi, my name is Caressa. I'm from Bonita Springs. I am in favor of landscaping on Performance Lane. I want this community to be as beautiful as possible, so I would also recommend having only flowers and no trees.
Hi, my name is Jared. I'm from Bonita Springs, and I think that this is a great idea to make our landscaping look beautiful.
Hi, my name is William, and I'm from Guatemala, and yeah, I think I'm in favor for this because I want Bonita Springs to look as bright as it can.
Hello, I'm from Mexico, and I think we should get like palm trees in the area because it'll be cheaper.
Sir, say your name.
Oh, Jose.
Very good.
Keep going.
I think we should get palm trees in the area because it will be cheaper to maintain.
Does anyone else have a comment?
Next part of the agenda. It's going to be this.
Hi, Mr. Rossman. I'm from Bonita Springs, and I concur with the idea to bring more landscaping into the area to make it as appealing as possible to all our residents.
Is that really Kathy?
Mm.
You just
back.
I know.
Go ahead and say, we're going to discuss agenda items.
We are going to discuss the agenda items.
Do I have any comment from the council members?
Do I have any comments from the council members?
If you have any, remember the question I said?
Where will this money be leading to?
City manager, can you introduce the item?
Maybe city manager, can you introduce the item?
He's going to give us a brief overview of it.
Good morning, Mayor, Council. What you have before you is a proposal for landscaping in the amount of $24,563 with an annual projected cost of 12,000.
In order to do the project,
In order to do the project,
you would have to amend the budget.
you would have to amend the project.
Thank you.
Any response from, or any questions from council members?
Any questions from council members?
Yes.
Go ahead. Recognize that. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I can read that.
This is the best bid for the city,
Not really.
and there is other bids.
Mayor and council, if you would like to move forward, I would recommend
A request
Mm-hmm.
a request for proposals.
you could receive bids. So that you could receive
And it,
bids. So that you could receive bids.
Mhm.
Bids.
Oh, so that you can receive bids.
I do understand the last.
Do you want to say your for? You want to say, okay, say your desire.
Miss Mayor,
May I speak?
may I speak?
Okay.
I am forward with this project.
Can I ask a question? Say it's too expensive. Say, Miss Mayor,
Miss Mayor,
may I speak?
may I speak? Yes. I don't agree. It's gonna be too much money. Way too much money. I don't think that we should spend it.
Yeah, you agree. Anything else?
Anyone else?
I agree.
Three?
Miss Mayor, may I speak?
Yes.
The cost for this project would be, it would be way too much since we only receive $12,000 annually. It would take up our budget for more than 2 years.
Thank you.
Any other discussion?
Any other discussion?
Do I have a motion?
What?
Do I have a motion?
Do I have a motion?
Motion to an RFP, request for proposal. I make a motion to request for proposal.
I make a motion to request to proposal.
Mm-hmm.
She made the motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a request for proposal.
Roll call.
Roll call.
Voting on whether to do it or not. Yes.
Councilor Member District 1.
Yes or no?
Yes or no?
Yes.
Councilor Member District 2. Yes or no?
Yes.
Councilor Member District 3. Yes or no?
Yes.
Mayor. Yes or no?
Yes?
Councilor Member District 4. Yes or no?
No.
Councilor Member District 5. Yes or no? No. Councilor Member District 6. Yes or no?
No.
3 against 3.
So say the motion carries 4-3. The motion carries 4-3.
The motion carried 4-3.
The motion carried 4-3.
Motion carries 4-3, and then you're going to.
Motion carries 4-3.